Hey there, this is David Krucoff and Jacob and Owen Krucoff. We are at Broad Street Studios, Broad Street Realty in Bethesda, Maryland, where we film our annual picks, or our weekly picks, that is. Last week, Jacob and Owen had great results, 11-5 each, and their over-under scores are over here. They get the over-under scores because they actually pick the actual game point score, and then we just calculate whether how it did versus the over-under. So with that said, we're going to get right to this week's picks. Oh, and the cameraman's going to come on up and participate as well. So first game of the week is tonight. Baltimore is a 3-point favorite at Pittsburgh. Jacob, you're first up. Who do you like and why?
While I am surprised Baltimore is favored, I do think they are going to win tonight because Baltimore's had 3 close games and lost them all.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be close tonight because it's the Ravens-Steelers, one of the closest rivalries in the NFL these days.
Yep, go on.
I'm also going with an odd score because Mike Tomlin likes to go for 2.
Okay, good point.
26-22 Ravens.
26-22 Ravens. Owen, talk at me.
I've got the same score for the Steelers, but I think the Ravens are actually going to lose. 22-26.
So the opposite way.
Sorry, 22-16, my bad.
22. What? That's not the same score.
Yeah. So 22
to 16.
16 Steelers.
Yes.
All right, we're going to say Pittsburgh with a P there. This game, what's Pittsburgh's record, Jacob?
2-1.
I'm going to have to go with the Steelers. I'm going to go Pittsburgh versus the spread.
I'm also going with the Ravens because Roethlisberger's injured.
Oh, good point. All right, Jets are even. It's a pick'em game at the Dolphins. I'm going to go first right here. I like the Dolphins. I'm going to go Miami.
I'm also going to go Miami. Now, I'm going to do this for the sake of London. You know what I don't think London has yet?
What's that?
Overtime.
Okay.
So we're going to pick an overtime game, 26-23 Dolphins in overtime.
26.
Let's see if
23.
let's see if
Dolphins.
This game will be the first game in NFL history with overtime.
Okay, very good.
All right.
Owen.
I'll say the Dolphins win it 21-10.
21-10. All three of us like the Dolphins. I guess I'll put the D to make it consistent. D for David. D for Dolphins. Okay. New York Giants are 5.5-point dogs at the Bills. Owen, who do you like?
For this game, I'll go with the Bills, 31-28.
31-28 Bills. So you are picking the
Giants versus
Giants
spread,
to win the game
Giants versus
the
spread.
versus the spread. So the G-men versus the spread. Okay. I'm going to go next. I'm going to take the Bills all the way. I like the Bills.
I'm going to take Buffalo.
Okay.
27-17.
27-17 Buffalo. Okay. Next game. Panthers are 3-point favorites at the Buccaneers. Jacob, what do you think?
I think the Panthers will win this easily, 34-17.
Okay.
I agree. I think it'll be Panthers 42-19.
Wow.
I'll take the Panthers too. Okay. Raiders, 3-point favorites at the Bears.
In case you don't know, I have a lot of upsets this week, like the Baltimore game, kind of.
Yeah, go on.
I don't think the Raiders can win 2 road games in a row.
Okay.
Even though they're the favorite. I think I'm going to sense an upset.
Okay.
17-16 Bears.
Chicago. Owen, what do you think?
I think the Bears are seriously bad this season. I think Raiders take it 17-13.
Raiders. And I also like the Raiders. Oh, and you've got to just win by 1 point. I think that's a pretty good pick, personally. But I like all 3 picks. They're all pretty low scoring. And I think it's a definite under call. Chiefs are 4-point dogs at Cincinnati.
This is probably my biggest upset of the week. I'm actually picking the Chiefs.
Okay. What do you got?
I'm going to go with 24-21.
Okay. Owen?
I'm also taking the Chiefs, 31-26.
Wow.
I don't think there's no way all these 3-0 teams can be 4-0.
I like the Bengals, man. I think the Cincinnati Bengals are good. Bengals. All right. I'm going to say right now, I think another team that's very good is the Falcons. I take the Falcons. Jacob, what do you think about the Texans and Falcons? 6.5 point favored by the Falcons.
I think the Falcons would win 27-20.
All right, so you're taking the Falcons.
I think the Falcons are good, but I think they'll be seriously confused when they're suddenly not playing an NFC East team. So, I'm picking the Texans 21-17.
21.
24-17.
24. Okay. You think the Texans are going to win outright?
Outright.
Wow. 24-17 Texans. That is a surprise. All right. Jaguars are getting 9.5 points at the Colts. I don't think either team is very good.
I think the Jaguars look even worse than the Colts.
Right. What do you think?
I think the Colts will win 31-17.
Okay, Owen.
I'll say Colts take it 25-13.
Wow.
And I will take the points. Give me the points, Jaguars. We are going to the Redskins game versus the Eagles, guys. We'll be there.
We'll be there if it goes on. They're talking
If
about.
there's not a hurricane, we're going to be there.
Yeah,
they're
we'll be
talking
there.
about rescheduling it to week 8 or something.
Well, I think we're going to be there. Jacob, what's going to happen?
I am still planning on picking the Redskins to win. I was originally going to go with a higher scoring game, but I'm going to go with a lower scoring game due to the rain might have affected the score.
Go ahead.
20-17 Redskins. I was originally going to have a 50-point game.
Okay.
Alright, I think Jacob's been way too optimistic with the Redskins this season. I think the Eagles will win it 27-20.
I gotta say that the Redskins' offensive line trouble and the fact that it's a big game in the division and that I'm going to the game and I never win at FedEx Field. I gotta pick the Eagles. I really don't want to. I'd be so happy to be wrong. Browns, 7.5 point dogs at the Chargers. Jacob.
41-30 San Diego.
High scoring. San Diego Chargers. Owen, what do you think?
Alright, I also think the Chargers, I think it's be more lower scoring and close though, 24-21.
So you're taking Browns versus spread.
Yeah, Browns versus spread.
Very good point, Jacob. And I will take San Diego. I don't think the Browns are any good. Minnesota. I'm going to pick this one first. Minnesota at the Broncos. I think the Vikings are good. I will take the Vikings. Owen, what do you think?
I think the Vikings are decent, but seeing how the Broncos beat the Lions pretty easily last week, I don't think they'll have any trouble against the Vikings. I'll say 34-24.
Broncos.
I am going to pick the Broncos to win. I think it's going to be much closer than 6.5.
Yep.
I'm going to pick 37-35 Denver, Minnesota versus the spread.
Okay. Got it. Green Bay is 9-point favorites at San Francisco.
This is almost a gimme, and let me tell you why. Here's a little history of the 90s.
Yeah.
In the 1990s, the 49ers lost to Green Bay 3 consecutive times in the playoffs
Yeah.
before winning the 4th one in a miracle play
Yeah.
in 1998. Anyway, it's been the opposite thing with Colin Kaepernick being 3-0 against the Packers. I think Green Bay will finally get to beat Kaepernick
Yeah.
since they're looking good. I'm going to go with 28-17.
28-17 Green Bay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're picking them versus the spread. 9-point favorites, and you're still going Green Bay. What about you? What do you think,
I
Owen?
think Niners and Bears by far the two
Not
worst
really.
teams in the NFC, and Packers take it 35-10.
Green Bay. Did we do that again? So, folks, sorry about that. Green Bay, and I hate to give up 9 points, but I kind of agree with Owen. 49ers stink. Rams, 7-point dogs at Cardinals. Cardinals are looking good. What do you think,
The
Jacob?
Rams offense continues to sputter, which is why I'm going to go with 37-20 Cardinals.
I think this spread is too big. I think the Rams are pretty good. The Cardinals still win at 2017, but that's Rams versus the spread.
Alrighty, I will take the Cardinals. I think they're quite good. I think the Rams are mediocre. No spread at the Dallas-New Orleans game because of Drew Brees' potential injury or not. Just give me a score. What you think's going to
To
happen?
avoid conflict with the spread,
You don't even know what the spread is. No conflict. Just give
well,
me
I'm
the score.
trying to avoid it. So I'm going to go with 31-21 New Orleans. I actually think that New Orleans will break their home game losing streak.
Okay, Owen.
I think Dallas wins at 28-24.
And I'm going to pick Dallas versus the spread when the spread comes
If we're
out.
gonna
Yeah,
D,
just
yeah.
put a D for mine.
Sorry. Last game, Lions are not a good team. Seattle should be a good team. What do you think, Jacob?
34-10 Seattle.
Owen?
I think Seattle's going to do just fine despite going 0-2. Those are against two very good teams, and they'll win this one 34-20.
Also, they were not at Seattle.
Okay, good point. And I guess I'll take the Seahawks. All right, so that's the picks of this week. Say goodbye, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you. Turn it off, Owen.